Today we are going to see like how to install UiPath. Okay. Yes, please keep your notes handy. I'll tell you a few links that you need to make a note of that. Okay. First, in order to UiPath is like I told right yesterday, it has two versions. Like one is community edition, the other one is enterprise edition. So community edition is the one which is of freeware. Like we can use it for free of cost. Whereas we have limited features. Like the most important features will not be available in the community edition. Whereas in enterprise edition, it is a paid version that we need to pay them and we need to procure a license. Okay. Today, what we are going to see is we are going to see how we are going to install the UiPath. Okay. Please make a note of this URL. https platform.uipath.com. Okay. Platform.uipath.com. If you go to this URL, it will take you to the position where you need to log in. So guys who have installed already it is not an issue. If not, what you should do is, can you see here sign up, the bottom of the page? Click this sign up. It will take you to the position. Here you can choose with Google, Microsoft or LinkedIn. I will suggest go with sign up with email. If you click with sign up with email, it will take you to the position here. Here enter your organization name. Organization is nothing but which company you work for, like first name, last name. So the name what you are going to give here, it will come in the certification. Okay, if you are planning to do certification, then country, then email and password. After clicking that, check these two check boxes. Why? Because whatever updates, right, that they are posting, you will be receiving in an email. Okay, to give sign up. So after giving sign up, what it does is it will send an email for it will send an email for validation. So if you click that, your email ID will be verified. Okay, post which what you should do is no. Don't use Vignesh. I'll just tell you, because if you are using the meanwhile, right, you'll not be able to understand. The session how will be like, I'll be practicing through the sessions. Please make a notes. Post the class. What I'll be doing is I'll be sharing the files what we are practicing. So what you guys can do is you can practice that after the session. If you're practicing now, right, then you will be missing the concepts, like where I'll be what I'll be doing, right, you'll be missing those. Then give sign up. After that, click login. After giving login, after once your email ID is verified, then enter the credentials here. So this is the ID which I have created already. So I'm giving login. Can you see it is taking? So initially UiPath, how it was like, there is a web portal, there is a web browser portal in which we need to download the exe file directly. Now, as they keep on developing, what they did is they have completely migrated to cloud. So can you see the URL? What I logged in is platform.uipath.com, but now it is platform.uipath.com/Gopi in CLDU portal. So which means that there is a cloud for UiPath in which some size of some part of memory has been given to me, for which, for example, if there is a 1 petabyte, there is a size of 1 petabyte in which like 15 like out of like 500 MB they have provided for Gopinath. So similarly, if you guys log in URL, your name will come, which means that in entire cloud there is some space allocated to you. It is dedicated, allocated to you. Okay, then you should go for resource center. Can you see a resource center? Click the resource center, and here is a community edition and enterprise edition. If you procure the license, then you should download the enterprise edition. If not, if you are downloading at the free of cost, which is a community edition, then you should download from here. So in community edition also, there are two parts available. Like there are two types of community edition available. One is preview, the other one is stable. So what is preview? What does the preview version means? Like the preview version is, if you have downloaded the preview version, so whatever updates which they are launching, whatever the new facilities, whatever the new features, whatever they are launching, it will automatically updated in your UiPath Studio. If you are choosing, can you see here, gets the preview version of Studio with the latest and greatly monthly updates. So even, for example, if they're launching some new features on monthly basis or weekly basis, on 10 days basis, they're launching any new updates or new features or new capabilities of UiPath, so it will automatically update in your UiPath Studio. If you are downloading the stable, it is like yearly update. Can you see here? get the stable version of Studio with just a few updates per year. For example, in preview version, if you are doing like 50 updates in a year, in stable you'll be getting only 10 updates per year. So it is better to go with preview edition so that you will be most updated in the tool. You'll be keep on updating in the tool. Okay. Either you can click here or else you can give this copy link. If you press copy link, right, you will get a confirmation message. Can you see in the right side? Studio download link copied successfully, which means that you have copied the link where you can download. Then open a browser, Control N, and paste that. And if I press enter, right, can you see right corner? It is getting downloaded here. Since I have already installed it, I'm going to cancel it. Okay, guys. So far, any doubt? Like how to install? Any doubt? Okay. So after downloading, what we should do is, after downloading, you should click this exe file. This exe file is around somewhat around less than 400 MB. Okay, exactly 350 something, 354 MB. So after downloading this exe file, just double click this. After double clicking, it will ask you to enter the email address. Email address which you used to log in platform.uipath.com. You are given right one username password like email address and password. That email you should give here. After giving your email ID, just click next button, which will be available in the bottom of the screen. Like in the pop-up, it will be on the bottom of the screen. Click next. The next page it will ask for a manual automation, manual activation, or automatic activation. So choose for automatic activation and click next. Then the setup will get installed. After installing, just restart your machine to make sure that it is properly installed and all the features are getting reflected in your UiPath Studio. Okay. Okay. So for any doubt, this is how we'll be installing the UiPath Studio. Guys, any queries like how to install? Minimum RAM should be 4 GB. If it is less than 4 GB, it will install, but it will take time. If the RAM is 4 GB, then it will be very good. Okay. So have you written any instructions? Instructions for what, Mohammed? Yeah, I'll share the steps. I'll share the steps in group. Like I'll be sharing the steps. Then post installation, what I should do is click the Windows button and go and search for UiPath Studio. If I press UiPath, can you see there are two things which is showing? Like one is UiPath Studio. This is just a file. Just ignore this. One is UiPath Studio. The other one is UiPath Robot. The other one is UiPath Orchestrator. So I told right, UiPath it comes with three products. One is UiPath Studio. One is UiPath Robot. The other one is UiPath Orchestrator. UiPath Studio is a designer panel in which we will be developing the robots. Developing the robots in the sense just dragging and dropping the activities and applying your logics. Okay, robot. Robot is nothing but it is an execution agent upon which the process which we built in UiPath Studio will execute. Okay, so UiPath Orchestrator, I told you yesterday, like it is a web application. Web application in the sense it is in a browser. You need to put a URL, you need to enter the username and password, and you need to open. So that's a web application. So we have successfully installed the UiPath. See UiPath Studio, we have UiPath Robot, we have UiPath Orchestrator also we have. I'll cover that when we are discussing about that. Okay, the UiPath Studio. I'm just clicking the UiPath Studio. Mine is 4 plus GB, so it is coming very fast. If it is less than 4 GB, right, it will take time because based upon the speed, right, it will open. So this is the page that you will get when you open the UiPath for the first time. So here you will be getting on pop-up kind of square box you will get in this kind of dialog box. It will ask you to enter the email address and click next. After successful installation, it will get like this. Okay. So first I'll go with I'll explain the tool and then we'll get into tool how to use. Okay. Help. If someone is asking you what is the version that you're using, so what we need to do is see, go to help. Can you see here? It is the version. Second line. UiPath Studio 2019.10.4. This is the version of UiPath what we are using. Okay. This is the community license. This is a exe installer. How I installed? I have downloaded. It downloaded as a exe file. So that is the reason it is showing as exe installer. License provider internal. The reason why it is showing internal is because this is a community edition. That is the reason it is showing internal, which means that there is no expiry for this. That is the reason it is showing as internal. If it is an enterprise edition, then you will get here like valid up to, it will give some date April 21 2022, or else you will get like license expire in 850 days. Like tomorrow you'll get like license expire in 849 days. It will keep on reducing that. Since it is a community edition, we can use it for lifetime. That is the reason it is showing as internal. So activation ID, this is my unique ID for my machine. So these are my few, like I have downloaded the stable version. So Microsoft 8.1 and .NET framework, this is the 64-bit, and this is my system configuration. Okay. Now this is like product documentation. Product documentation is nothing but if you click on this, it will take you to the web browser where you can view all the documents about UiPath. See, I am clicking it. It is taking me to the position, to the web browser where I can download all the things. Can you see here? UiPath Studio. Here, all the available activities, it will be there. Okay. Community forum. Forum is nothing but for discussion. Please make a note of this URL. The forum link is https://forum.uipath.com. So just go create ID on this. The reason why I'm asking to create it, so you'll be keep on updating your knowledge. It's just like a discussion forum. So people who have queries, they'll post their queries. Then people who are expert in that, they will answer to that. So even if you don't know, right, you can just give a try. It will never say. So if you ask like what is the benefit of posting your questions and answering the questions, if you post a question and if you are answering a question, there will be a separate grade they'll be giving. Like in Google Maps, they'll be giving like local guide, master, they'll be giving, right? In similar way, they'll be getting robot guide, master, expert, RPA expert. You'll be getting some sort of grades if your answer, a number of questions is getting increased. Then help center, you can directly click here. It will take you to the position where you can reach out to the UiPath support team on any queries or installation failure, anything you can reach. If you are not sure, like go to the URL. The URL is UiPath Zendesk. UiPath Zendesk. Can you see here? Zendesk. So you can go on UiPath Zendesk. This is a UiPath support. You can directly go here. Please make a note of this URL. Either if you're not sure there like where to go, just click this help center. It will take you to the position. Then academy. Academy in the sense there is a certification which is provided by UiPath at free of cost till 30th of April. Post 30th of April, it will be a paid one. If you want to write a certificate, then you should go here. So the process of certification is, that is the advanced level certification. That is the highest level of certification which UiPath has provided so far, which is going to be free of cost till this 30th April. We have only 9 days left for that. So post which they will be charging for certification. So the guidelines for certification will be like there will be 2 rounds. One is MCQs. You need to take 50 MCQs, out of which it varies either 50 or 60. So you need to take 80%, 70%. Only if you pass 70%, then you will be allowed to attend the section B of the thing. Section B is like you need to write a code. Write a code in the sense there will be a scenario that they will be given. You need to write a code and you need to upload. So the scenario will be like bit complex. That is 3 hours coding program. That 3 hours you need to write a code and you need to develop that project file into their shared drive. After that 1 hour it will be compiled, the code will be compiling for next 1 hour. After 1 hour they will be publishing the output whether you have cleared or not. So only 3 attempts allowed per ID. If you are not clearing the exams in the 3 attempts, then again you need to create a new ID or you need to pay amount for that. After Abhishek MBR has a question like, after this course, can we take the test? Yes, you can take the test, but you need to put your effort. Like minimum, you need to put 2 hours or 3 hours per day by practicing. Then you can clear this, Abhishek. But to be open, it will be bit difficult because the logic will be what they will be providing is very complex. Why? Because that is the highest level of certification that they have launched so far. So it will be a bit complex. Just give a try so that you can check like how capable you are. Vignesh, like what is the link that you are asking for? Link to install UiPath. It is platform.uipath.com. HTTP forum. https://forum.uipath.com. I'll ping in this so that everyone can see. Forum.uipath.com. Okay. Then release notes. Release notes is nothing but, for example, see, take a Play Store, normal Google Play Store. If you are updating some apps, there will be a version. For example, take a WhatsApp. Initially, we used to forward the text to multiple members. At one shot, we'll be able to forward a single message to many members at a time. But now they have limited to only 5 members, right? So what they might have done is they have launched a new app, like they have launched a new application, and they have launched in Play Store. So we should, while updating our app, it will be added. So if you see that release notes, they might have added like in the recent launch, we have added a check like, yeah, forward message can be, we can forward a message in a single time only to 5 participants. So the future, what they have added in the recent update, that will be there in the release notes. If you click release notes, can you see? See, these are the versions 10.5. What are the versions? See, what is new? What's new? So this is what the data will be there in release notes. Okay, this just go through this. This although it will be very interesting to know, like to get more deep knowledge. This is just a survey. You can ignore this. Then settings. So initially, when I was started with this tool, it has only 4 languages. Now there are more than 12 languages in this. So it is used across the country. Multiple countries are using this. Okay. Then theme light dark. If I choose light right, it is blue and white color. If I give it as dark right, then instead of white, it will be black color. It will be completely black. Gokula Krishnan, a very good question. I think you might have followed that. Is there any possibility of the date getting extended? I remember earlier it was, yeah, initially it was 2019 and they made it April now, I guess. Yeah, not sure. Due to this pandemic, it will extend or not sure. Better to be cautious, na? Not sure whether will they extend or not. Chances are there for extending also. It's purely depends. Not sure about that. Then telemetry. Can someone tell what is telemetry? Telemetry is nothing but usage and performance. So what is the usage and performance? Usage and performance can be tracked using telemetry. So reset settings. So the reset settings is, for example, you have installed the tool and you have made something like instead of consider a simple thing, you have changed something into Chinese or France. You have changed some languages. You are not understanding what is there. So if you know this is right, if you click reset settings, what it does is it will reset your entire application and it will make as a fresh application how you have installed, right? During the time of installation, how it was. So it will reset completely like that. So design. So this is some auto backup interval. So for see, it is in milliseconds. What is milliseconds is 1000 milliseconds equal to 1 second. So in similar way, 30,000 milliseconds equal to 30 seconds, which means that your code will be automatically taking backup for every 30 seconds. Even if you are not saving the code, right? For every 30 minutes, 30 seconds, it will auto backup your code. For example, if your system is getting crashed, but you didn't even, as soon as you started programming, You didn't even like you save the file. You didn't even save the file. Consider there is some crash happening. Like your monitor got shut down or your computer had been hacked. Something has happened. So what it does is for every 30 seconds, it might have take the backup. So you'll be having a backup of that. Then project publish timeout. This is 30 seconds. This I'll tell you when we come for orchestrator, because if I tell you, it will not understand now. This is open project behavior, no tabs. This is like a code analyzer. There is a code analyzer which is provided by UiPath to check how good the coding what you have developed is. It will give you the whether you have met the coding standards. It will give that output console lines. Please make a note of this. 2000 lines. I'll show you inside that. Minimize on run, yes. Why? Because when my robot is running, I need to minimize this. I need to see what is running. I don't want to see the code. So minimize on run, I have answered. Then create a doc annotations. These annotations I'll tell you. Locations. See, this is by default. Don't need to ignore this. Worry about this. Just ignore this. Then manage sources. These are some packages file which will come by default during your time of installation. You don't need to worry about this. So licensing and profiling. If you are getting a license, right? If it is an enterprise edition, can you see here? Here you need to add license key. Since it is committee license, there is no license key required. If it is an enterprise edition, then we need to apply the license. Then tools. So these are some tools like Chrome, Firefox, Edge. We need to install if you want to use that in our UiPath Studio. Then team. This is one of the most important feature which they have launched recently. So what is Git? What is TFS? What is SVN? Git, TFS, SVN. These are versioning control, which means that they're doing some version checkouts. Does anyone knows what is the difference between share file and SharePoint, or a share path and a SharePoint? Does anyone know what is the difference between a share path and SharePoint? Okay, I'll tell you what is the difference between share path and SharePoint. See, share path is nothing but a location inside C drive. Inside a OneDrive, they'll be giving a location which everyone will be having access. Consider there is a team of 5 members. Okay, all the 5 members will have access to that particular path. My lead is telling me to update our basic details. Basic detail like my name, first name, last name, email ID, gender, date of birth, phone number, emergency contact number, blood group, organizational email ID, total experience, what is my technical domain. My lead is asking our team to enter the details in the share path, which means that what I'll be doing is I'll be accessing the share path. I'll be copying the file and I'll be pasting in my local. I'll be entering my details. After entering the details, what I'll do is I'll take a copy and I'll paste it back to the share path. If the same thing all the team members are doing at the same time, then what it will happen is it will contain only one data, which means that consider all the members, like there are 5 members team, all the 5 members are accessing the file at a single time. What we are doing is we are not control X control V, it is just control C control V, which means that I'm just copying the file from there and pasting it in my local and I'm updating my details. After updating, what I'll be doing is again I'll be copying from my desktop and I'll be replacing the file with in share path. So that the first guy does this, the second guy will do the same, third guy will do the same. So the second guy, what he will do is he will replace the file which is posted by the first guy. So in this case, the file will not be updated. If it is a SharePoint, what we can do is we have an option called checkout check-in. If I am going for the first time, what I can do is I can check out that. If I check out that, which means that the file is restricted only to me. The file is locked only for me. No one will be able to access that. If someone is trying to access, it will give you a pop-up like this file has been checked out by Gopinath. So after checking out, I'll be entering my details. After that, I'll be again checking in. If I check in, then I'm setting that file to access. I'm setting that file to access. I'm unlocking that file. First, I'm locking the file. Locking the file is nothing but checkout. I'm unlocking the file is nothing but check-in. I'm unlocking it. Then after that, the next guy in the team can check out and he can enter his details and again he can check in. So which means that SharePoint will keep all the details updatedly. Okay. In SharePoint, it is chance for them to miss the details. So that's what I was telling about SharePoint is that this SVNTFS. We no need to worry about this. This is advanced feature, which has been launched recently. Then start. So what we are going to do is, this is the place where we are going to start our automation process. Can you see your process? If you don't know like what is the activity about, just read the description here. Starts with a blank project to design a new automation process, which means that if I want to start a new automation process, I need to click here. So I'm just going to start. So this is my first use case. Okay. I'm pressing process. After clicking that, it will ask me the project name. So please make a note of this. This is the default location under C, under users, under your profile name, under documents UiPath. So this is the default path in which UiPath Studio will store the files. If I don't want to store the files under this default folder, what I'll do is I can choose my own folder. Actually, I'll click this browse button. See, it is coming in there, desktop, training. I'm going to create a new folder called day 2. I'm giving select folder. Can you see here? It has chosen the folder which I have given. If it is a default folder will come under C, inside C drive, users under your name, documents under your name, Gopinath. It will come. If you don't want that, if you want to choose some custom file path, then you can choose here by browsing it. I need to give a name. I'll give it as basic demo. Can you see here? I'm giving a name as basic demo. Basic demo is nothing but my project folder. I'm giving create so that my project is getting created here. Can you see it? So when you open, the blank project will be like this. So this is the UiPath Studio. Okay, I was telling it. This is the designer panel in which we will be developing the robots, developing the code. Okay, so first I'll go to these features like this, right? See what I am showing in the top menu. This is called as ribbon. This will be calling it as ribbon, or else we'll be calling it as top menu. See this one, starting from new, I'm just sliding my mouse. So this is called as top menu or ribbon. So the left part, this left, which I'm circulating, see, I'm highlighting in mouse. This part, right? This part is called as activities panel. Okay, this part is called activities panel. So this center square part, this is called designer panel. This is called designer panel. This right side, right? This right side, this rectangular part is called properties window. Again, I'm repeating it. Make a note. Please, this is a top menu or ribbon. The left one is the activities panel. The center middle square part is a designer panel. The right one, this is a rectangular thing, right? This one. This is a properties window. Guys, any doubt so far? Guys, any doubt or we're good to start? Clear. No doubts. Great. So I have clicked main. Now I came here. Okay. So there are, just make a note. There are 3 ways in which we can design the robot. Okay. The one is sequence. First one is sequence. Second one is flowchart. Third one is state machine. Okay. Again, I'm repeating it. There are 3 ways in which we can design the robot in UiPath Studio. The first one is sequence. Second one is flowchart. Third one is state machine. Okay. So I'll tell the difference between sequence and flowchart first. State machine I'll cover in the later topics. Okay, what is sequence? If it is a sequence of steps that has to be performed, then you should go with sequence. Where you will go for sequence? See, this is the project. What is the file that I have created? Basic demo, right? Can you see here? Basic demo. This is a thing which it is showing, basic demo. So if you go for C++, Java, .NET, whenever the program starts, it will start with main. So that is the reason here also we are starting with main. So main is a file where we need to start the code. Then the file which we have created in UiPath, it will be in the extension of .xaml. Can you see here? .xaml. So the main file is in the form of .xaml. Okay, guys, understood? If I want to expand this, can you see? If I want to expand this, if I want to see, like I want to expand this, I'll click this plus button. Can you see? It will show the nested. These are the libraries, packages. In C++, we'll be calling it as header files. In Java.NET, we'll be calling it as packages. So the similar to that, we have the dependencies. Here we'll be calling it as dependencies. In C++, we'll be calling it as header files. Studio.h, Conio.h will be placing, right? So that is called header files in C and C++. If it's go for if we go for Java and .NET, we'll be calling it as packages or libraries. In similar way, in UiPath, we'll be calling it as dependencies. Okay. If I want to expand this, say I'm just pressing this. If I want to minimize this, I'll press this minus. If I press plus, it will just expand. If it is minus, it will minimize. Okay. Then this is just to refresh. Just to refresh. This is show all files. This is just to show all the files under basic demo folder. Can you see? Just show all files. This is the folder from which we have opened this. Consider there is a basic demo project in two locations at your folder. There are two locations in which basic demo is placed. One is inside C drive, the other one is in D drive. But you have somehow you have opened, but you are not sure like from which location you have opened. So what you should do is you can click here. Can you see here? It is showing. If you keep your mouse over, it is showing like C users Gopinath. Inside Gopinath desktop. Inside desktop it is training. Inside training it is an external. Inside day 2 I have created. If you don't want to go this, if you want to go there directly, what you should do is you can click this file explorer. So it will take you to the position where you have created. Can you see? Inside day 2 you have created, right? So it is taking me to the position. Then this is settings. For example, this is the JSON file, okay, which UiPath robot is creating. Don't get panic on this. You don't want to do anything. It will create automatically based upon the activities that you do inside the UiPath studio. If I open this, see what is the name? Basic demo. This is a name, right? What I have given when I was creating for the new time. If I don't want that basic demo, what I can do, if I want to rename, I need to click this settings button, project settings. See what instead of basic demo, I am changing that into basic. Okay. And I'm giving save. After this, you need to give a change, save this again, go to file explorer, open this project. Can you see now the basic demo has been changed to basic. So this is just to rename the file, rename the existing project file. You don't want to delete this folder and create a new one. Instead, what you can do is just you can change here. This I'll cover when it comes to web browser. Then you will understand. Okay, guys. So for any doubts, so this project tab is the tab in which we'll be getting the details. So this is the activities panel in which we have two tabs. One is project. Project will give you the overall it will a high level definition like main.xaml. What is the project file? What are the dependencies available? Dependency is nothing but header files or packages. Okay. Then activities. See, these are the some normal header files which is available. If you want to install, right, some additional header files, you can install that as well. This is activities. See, these are the basic like activities which is available. What you do is you just need to drag and drop to here and you can apply your logic. Okay, guys, any doubts so far? Arshad, Mohammad, then Gokul, Vignesh. What is the third one? Which third one? Arshad, which third one you're asking? Like, oh, what is the third one? I didn't get you. 3 ways to design robot. Yeah, one is sequence, flowchart. The other one is state machine. Ignore state machine as of now. I'll cover you when we are coming to the topic. That is bit advanced one, which we don't require now. Okay. So I'm all set with. I have installed the application successfully. I know what is about tool about. So what I'll create a small use case in this. Okay. First, I'll start here. So the first thing is I am starting with flow sequence. So I'm starting with sequence. So what I need to do is see here in the activities panel, there are two tabs, project and activities. If you want to drag and drop activities, then you need to search only in the activities panel. You should not, I want a log message. Okay. This is a dead basic, like a hello world program, log message. So the log message, what I'm searching here, I should search in the activities tab. If I search in project tab, I will not get that message. Can you see it is showing like no result found? Why? Because we are trying to search an activity in project tab. It is incorrect. We need to search for the respective activity in the activities panel. Okay, this activities panel you need to search. Before that, what I need to do is I'll start with sequence. Sequence. Can you see here? See, both are same. Don't worry. This is favorites. Nothing but I have added this as favorites. See, if you don't want that, you can go here and remove from favorites. Again, if you want that to be added as a favorite, right click and add to favorites. Can you see it is getting? If you don't want that, just remove it from here. So sequence. Sequence, okay. This sequence I'm just dragging and dropping here. So this sequence, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the user input. Or else I'll make it as a log message. Basic log messages. Okay. So log message is nothing but printf. Printf and the console.writeline. Printf in C and C++. Console.writeline in Java.NET. Okay. In .NET. So here, what we are going to do is we have 3 activities for log messages. Okay. One is log message. Can you see here? It is recent. I don't want to remove from favorites. If you don't want it, recent is if you are using that activities more than for 5 or 10 times, it will come in recent, which means recently used tabs, right? So this is what I'm going to do is just dragging and dropping to the designer panel. It is activities panel. I am just dragging an activity from my activities panel to designer panel. After this, I need to change here. So what I'll do is I'll start with hello world. Okay. So here, whatever you are giving in UiPath, see, this is the main mantra that we call layer. So whatever you are giving in UiPath, that should be a string. So when you'll be calling it a string is whatever you give, you should give in double quotes. Okay. This is a double quotes. Whatever you give, you should give in double quotes because UiPath, it will accept only string. All the activities, like take a log message, message box, write line. These are the 3 activities which we'll be using for logging. Okay. Hello world. Can you see here? I have written as hello world. Okay. I am saving the robot. I need to run. For running this, what you need to do is go click this drop down, give run file. If I give run file, it will get executed. Can you see it got executed? Output, if you want to see the output, what you should is see go here, click this output tab. Can you see it? Basic execution, it got started. and it has printed a hello world. So the basic execution, it got ended in 1 second. If you want to see the time at like in which time it got started, in which time it got ended, can you see your clock, kind of clock symbol? Just press this. If you press that, can you see time is getting enabled here? If you don't want to see that time, just double click once. It is going. Okay. Please repeat this. Yeah. So this is the log message. I drag it from here to here. So whatever I give inside this, whatever I need to print here, I need to give in a string format. So if I am printing some variables which is all there in a string format, I can directly pass that variable. If it is not variable, so this is a thing which I have hard coded. I have hard coded here. So for that, I need to pass it in a double quotes. Okay. After this, what I need to do is I need to run my robot. I have saved my file. I'm going to debug file here. I'm giving a run file. You can give control plus F6 or else you can give run file. If I give run file, see my robot is getting executed. Can you see here? If you see in the bottom, one more instance will come. See here, I'll run one more time. Can you see? An instance came and it ended, which means that our robot got executed successfully. If I go to output, can you see here hello world? The thing what I have printed there, it is showing in my output panel. So this is the output panel. Here we were discussing, right? Like output panel 2000 lines. So this page is limited up to 2000 lines. In a single page, it can print up to 2000 lines. If it is exceeding 2000 lines, here then we'll be getting kind of page numbers. Like in first page, you'll be getting 2000, 1 to 2000. In second page, you'll be getting from 2001 to 4000. So that it will segregate as per the pages. Okay. If you want to see the time, see basic execution is nothing but the project name I have given, right? Here I have given a basic demo. See here, initially I was given basic demo and I have changed that into basic in my project settings. So my basic execution started. Basic is nothing but my project name. It execution started. It performed the task. It has done the task what I have given, and it got ended. So the total time taken for this execution is 1 second. That is the reason. That is the thing which it is displaying here. HHMMSS, HS hours, minutes, seconds. So it is showing only one. So which means that it has taken only 1 second. If you want to see the time, like in which time it got executed and in which time it got ended, just click this timestamp. If it is clicking if you click this, it will show the timings. Can you see here? It is showing the timings. April 21, 2020, 10:45, 22, 31 it got started, 33 it got ended. The total time is only 1 second it has taken. 33 minus 31, you should not calculate this, the execution time. This will not come in the scope. This execution started will not in the scope. Only this will come in the scope. For this, it has taken 1 second. Are you clear? Where was hello world displayed? See here it is displaying, right? See here I am highlighting that hello world. Can everyone see where hello world is displaying? Can you see here? I am placing my mouse here. Mohammed, can you see? Like here I am keeping my mouse point. Can you see here? Hello world. See on the screen it will not display. Why? Because see this is a log message. This is the log message. This log message is to display the output in my output panel. See, after this execution, you will not check the code. You will see the output to check how your robot has functioned. That is the reason displaying hello world here. Are you clear, Mohammed? Okay. So this log message, okay. In this log message, there are multiple categories. Can you see? Fatal, error, warning, info, trace. So this is the hello world, which is blank. If it is blank or if it is info, both are same. Okay. By default, in activities, if you drag and drop log message, right, it will be blank by default, which means that it comes under category called info. Okay. If you want to change that, here I am pressing as hello world. Here what I'm going to do is I'm changing that into error. Here I'll copy paste the same thing. Copy paste nothing but Control C, Control V. Okay. Here instead of error, what I'll give is I'll give it as warning. So the difference between all these activities, it has same functionality. The only thing is by giving this log level, it will changes the color. That is only reason, only difference. I'll run file now. So now my output should print 3 hello world. See, because I placed 3 log messages here, 1, 2, 3. So it should print 3 hello worlds. I'll give run file here. See at the bottom of the screen, you will get one instance. Can you see here now? Hello world is just an info. That is the reason it is printed in by default black color. Here I have given it is in error, so it is printing in the red color. Here I have given in the warning, so it is printing the different color. This is just to identify for developer friendly. So when you are writing a activity, when you're developing a code which is of 1000 activity, which contains like 500 or 1000 activities, then you will be seeing the output whether your code is functioning as per the implemented scenario. Then you'll be just checking the logs. So just for our understanding, we'll be placing this. In real time, what we'll be using is we'll be using this one, hello world. Okay, guys, any doubts so far? Before we meet to next topic, any doubts? Yes, is everyone clear? Okay, what about Arul Murugan, Muhammad, Gokul? Okay, great. Okay, guys. So this is the hello world program. Okay. What I'll do is I'll create one more file under the same project. So inside the same project, I'll create one more file. Okay. So how I'll be creating file is either you can press Control N. If I press Control N, it will give this blank process. Okay. If you don't want like what you can do is go here, click sequence. If I click sequence, can you see here? It is asking for the, then here what I'll do is I'll give it as some message box. The reason why I'm adding different file is because if I delete here, then you guys will not understand, right? Because I'll be sharing these files for you for your reference to practice. So that is the reason I'm creating different file. So if you want to see like how many files you have created, go to project, refresh here. Can you see here? Main is the file which is default. That is the reason it is showing in bold letter. Can you see? It is in dark letters, which means that it is the root folder like void main, int main, public static void main. So that is a place where we will start the program. So inside this basic folder, I have added one more sequence, which is called message box. So this message box is came as a separate XAML file, which means that we are going to create a submodule under same project. This basic is a project in which we are getting one submodule, which is called as message box. Okay. In message box, what I'll do is there is an activity called message box. Can you see this message box? I'll just drag and drop here. I'll print the same hello world. No, I'll print hello. Welcome to RPA. I'll make it as hello, welcome to print RPA. Okay. The reason why I'm giving double quotes, why? Because whatever we are trying to print, either in a log message or a message box, it will print only in, it will accept only string. That is the reason we are printing in a double quotes. Okay. Now, what we should do for running, either you should press run file or Control F6. I am clicking run file. So what it does is it will give me the pop-up. Can you see this message box is giving me a pop-up? Hello, welcome to RPA workshop. Can you see it is blinking? See the bottom of the screen. The UiPath is executing, so that is the reason you're getting one more instance, and you're getting, and it is asking whether okay or no. I'm giving it as okay. Okay. After clicking this, if I go to output, it is not there. So the difference between log message and message box is, please make a note. Log message will display the output only in the output panel. Okay, I will tell slowly, please make a note. Log message will display the output only in the output panel, but message box will not display the output in output panel. Log message will display the output in output panel, whereas the message box will not display. Okay, this is the first difference. Second difference, log message will not show any pop-up during its execution, whereas message box will show the pop-up during its execution. Guys, clear? This is the difference between a message box and log message. Guys, clear? Should I repeat? I'll tell one more time. Please make a note. Log message is used to display the output only in the output panel, or else it will display output in the output panel. Output in the sense, the thing what I'm giving here, that is output. This is what I wanted to be. So this will be called as output. This output will print only in the output panel in case of it is a log message. If it is a message box, it will not print its output in the output panel. Log message will not display any messages during its execution, but whereas the message box will show us a pop-up. It will come as a pop-up, whether it will come as a dialog box. Okay, then can you see here? I'm running the message box. So here I'm until I press this OK, right? It'll never go to the next step. What is my next step? My next step is nothing. Can you see here? My next step is nothing. This is the only activity. Can you see here? Still my bot is running. It is showing to stop. Why? Because in message box, only if I click OK, then only it will go there, or else it will never go there. Guys, clear? Guys, come on, please speak up. Gokul, Arul Murugan, Vignesh, Arshad. Okay, great. Then one more thing is, if see here, so this is can you see here in the window box, it is showing like message box. Okay, here it is showing only OK. Can you see only OK it is showing? Instead of that, if I don't want that to display message box, here I can give the caption. Can you see in the right side properties? How you should go is click this and go here, right side properties, caption. In caption, you can give welcome. Okay. Then instead of OK, what I can do is I can give OK or cancel. By default, it will be taken the first one. That is the reason I didn't choose anything when I was running for the first time. By default, it has taken as OK. But now I'm choosing it as OK or cancel. Okay. Can you see here the thing what I given there? Welcome, right? It came here. Welcome to RPA workshop. Either OK or cancel. If I press any of these buttons, then it will go for next activity, or else it will never go. Okay, I'll give cancel. Can you see it got entered? So guys, hope you understand this. Any doubts on this? But when we select the option run, very good question, Gokul. Very good. Yes, Vignesh. Yes, Arshad. What's your doubt? Tell me. Yeah, Gokul. First, I'll. No doubts. Okay. Vignesh, what is your doubt? And Gokul, In the caption, this should be used for creating various options. Yeah, see, I'm not sure, like my requirement will be to display something. So what I'll do is, this is my welcoming greetings, right? So I'll be changing, like, I'll be changing it as greetings. So hello, welcome to RPR. So this is a kind of greeting that I am going to display. If you're displaying some user requirement, if you're displaying some policy number or membership number or some any data or GSTN number, can you see here greetings? So it is greeting this and it is giving me a message like hello, welcome to RPR shop. I am telling okay. So it's completely based upon our requirement. If you are displaying something about member details, you can have a like call member details. If you're displaying some customer details, you can make it as customer details. Yeah, similar to EBA. Yeah, yes. Then Gokula Krishnan was asking me, what he was asking is, so basically it's a single project in which main is a root file and project and a message box is a submodule. So I am into this particular folder. What I am going to do is, I am in message box. Okay, I'll run this file now. What is the time now? 11. It is 11 now. See, I'll go to my message box. See my output panel at which time it got executed. Can you see it is 11:31 it got started and 11:38 it got ended. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'll be there in a message box and I'll go and I'll click run. So what it does is it won't run message box, it will run only the main file. So can you see I'm go to message box? Can you see? Can you see it is displaying the output 11:1? See the time now 11:1. It is executed now, which means that if you click run, it will run only the thing which is there in the main. If you want to run specific module, then what you should do is you should click run file. That is the reason when I was there in message box, if I want to run only this message box, then I'll be clicking this run file. If you choose run right, if you press Control F5, which means run, Control F6 in run individual module. If you press Control plus F5, it will run the files only which is residing inside main folder, main module. So how to identify in which module you are? See this blue color icon comes, right? This blue color indicates that you are referring into that particular module. If I am going to message box, so it is displaying blue color, right? Which means that you are residing inside the message box. If you are in main or if you are in message box, you have a scenario like if you want to click run, but you want to run both the files, then what you need to use? You need to establish a connection between main and message box. That we'll be seeing tomorrow, like how we'll be establishing a connection. That will be a bit confusing. Like it is a kind of bit advanced one. Okay, we'll first get familiar with this individual workflows, then we'll see the integration part. Once we are familiar with individual modules, right, then integration is very easy. It's less than 5 minutes work. Okay, it's less than 5 minutes to understand. So I'll tell one more time. If you want to click if you are clicking run, right, if you click run, it will execute the file only which is under main module. If you click run file, it will execute the file in which you are residing. In which you are residing in the sense, see, I am residing inside main. How to identify in which file you are residing, in which module you are residing? This blue color indicates that you are residing inside this main module. If you are in message box, you are residing inside this message box module. How to identify is because it is showing in blue color. Based upon this color, we used to identify like in which module you are residing. If you want to run all the files which has been created under basic projects, then you need to establish a connection. Any doubts, Gokul? Am I answered your question? Ganesh Sundar has a question. Can we merge both as a sequence and run to display both output? Yes, we can do this integration. I'll tell tomorrow. Even if I want to add log message, I can just add here. I'll just copy this. I'll paste here. Hello world. So what if I run this using run file? What is a run file? To run an individual module. What is individual module? This particular blue color highlighted is a module. I am residing inside a single module, and I want, if I am giving run file, it will execute only that particular module. Okay. Now, if I give run file, it should display a pop-up and it should print hello world. Okay, we'll see this now. I'll give run file. See, hello workshop, welcome to workshop. It got ended. See, what is the time? 11:04. I'm going to my output panel. Can you see the 11:04? Basic execution, it started. Hello world. It got printed. This message box printed, then it came to hello world. Can you see it? It got printed. Ganesh, is it not clear? Okay. Guys, any other doubt? Guys, this is very basic. Like we have one more activity similar to this, that is called right line. Can you see? In this, we don't have any much features in this. Just we need to give in double quotes. Thanks for your time. I'll make it as thanks for your time. Okay. This is just a log message. In the log message, we have multiple categories. Multiple category in the sense like we can keep it in the fatal error, whatever condition is. But here we have only one category. Okay. This is just similar to log message. We will not use this. I'll just tell the difference, like what is. I'll give run file. Can you see? Can you see the output? It got printed. Thanks for your time. So it is similar to a log message, but here we have only one capability. Like it will print only as a info. If you want to change this font like style to different colors, it will not possible. In log message, we can choose multiple categories. Okay, this is the basic activities, guys. If you understand this only, like tomorrow it will be very interesting. Like we'll be getting the input during runtime from the user, and we'll be choosing the user in the drop down, and the if else we'll be covering that tomorrow. Guys, any doubts so far? Will you be the top finish in the sense this you are telling Sundar? See, these are the kind of activities. These are some top activities. That is the reason. These are kind of menu options. For example, if I open a text file, see here I will be entering stuffs. But if I want to file save, I will be giving here. So similar to only these activities. Similar to these options in text notepad, it is there in UiPath Studio. So this is just to run the file, save the file. That's it. We'll be like deep diving into like how to get a user input, how to handle that, how to do a condition check, how to deal with Excel. Everything will be clearing. We'll be dealing it with on the course. Is there any limitations for the number of characters? No, there is no limitation. You can give as much as you can, as much as you want. There is no such limitations, Ganesh. Guys, any other doubts? What about Arshad, Gokula Krishnan, Vignesh, Magavant? Guys, any doubt or we are? It's clear. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your time and patience. We'll meet you tomorrow with some interesting topics. Yeah, I'll be sharing the scripts. I'll be sharing the scripts over email.